school, and we're praying for just 5 or 6 people out in the middle of nowhere, just with huts. We're praying for people, and then the next day the crusade starts, and a lady comes the second day of the crusade, and she said, I want to talk to you. I said, hey, tell me what happened. And she said, well, I came on a bike, and that must have been a 3 or 4 hour bike ride for the crusade. I was sick in my stomach. I could not walk properly, so I sat behind the bike and somebody else rode the bike. And she said, last night I got supernaturally healed. And I could eat well, I could sleep well, I could walk, and she's just crying. And then she said, I was so happy that I decided to sleep on the crusade field and not go back home. And so for the rest of the 5 nights, she slept on the field because Jesus touched her. I mean, the miracles, the testimonies are so amazing of just people. Even that child who had you couldn't see that picture properly on the phone, but he had a growth on his head that vanished overnight because of what Jesus did. So we're seeing the power of the gospel transform regions. Right from the mayor's office to every child in and around the region, we're preaching the gospel. And the statistic says if you can impact 10% of a region, the 10% will influence the rest of the region. And so we saw, Mpika is a district of maybe 151,000 people. And just by our reach numbers, we've reached over 80,000 of those people. And over 20,000 have given their lives to the Lord. And I believe that there's something in the gospel. It's not about us. There's something in the gospel message of Jesus that has been working for thousands of years, that we believe will still work even now. Amen. And the amazing part is, we said, during the fire conference, when Elijah's fire fell, it fell so that the prophets of Baal would know and the children of Israel will know there is a God of Israel. Amen. But not just that, the whole point of the fire falling is so that the rain would come. And so the rain, I shared it in the video, but the fire falls on the Christians, but the rain is irrespective. It falls on everybody. That's what revival is. If we have a few fiery ones and we go out to the gospel field, to the harvest field and preach this gospel, the rain will come on everybody. And as a matter of fact, it was rainy season in Mpika, but during the crusade it did not rain a drop. And right after we left, it rained so much that the road started flooding. And so the pastors are saying, wow, this is amazing, our crops are going to grow. And so that's the impact of the gospel, and I just get the honor. For me, a child is as important as a grown person. Everyone is precious. That's why our team, you'll see us preaching to many crowds of thousands of people, but we'll still be preaching to the one. To the one. Never forget the one.